Ladies and gentlemen, today I want us to talk something very different. We're not going to talk about war. We're not going to talk about field operations and combat. We're going to talk about the humanitarian aspect of war. That is the impact of war and conflict on civilians. Ladies and gentlemen, this war between the TPLF and the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, or what we are now calling the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia forces, has moved from Tigray region, where it started, into two other regions, that is Amhara region and Afar region. So what is happening to the civilians in the two places? When the war started, and early this year, we had a lot of propaganda and campaign in all media, digital and the mainstream media in the West, particularly in the Western capitals, talking about genocide in Tigray, Tigray blockade, and the effects of the blockade on civilians in Tigray. And we have had consistently a Tigrayan, an ethnic Tigrayan who is now in charge of the WHO, the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros, claiming that Tigray is effectively under a blockade. But Mr. Tedros has not explained where 300 UN, WFP, World Food Program trucks, which took provisions to Tigray are, because only 100 of them returned from their trip to Tigray and what they are being used for. That is being hypocritical. Now, let us talk about the situation in Amhara and Afar regions. Ladies and gentlemen, the situation in Amhara and Afar regions is dire. Why is this? There is a total of about 2 million people facing starvation in those two regions. Where are they facing starvation? Is it something that, is it that they are lazy? Is it that they cannot farm? It is because there is a needless and aimless invasion of the two regions, killings and pillaging, destruction of livelihood and crops by the Tigrayan People's Liberation Front. Interestingly, the World Food Program, the UNICEF, and even UNHCR continue to feed Tigrayans in Sudan. Interestingly, and they do not think that the people in Amhara and Afar regions need food. And why is this important? Because the northwestern, central, eastern, and the southeastern and southern zones of Tigray region are generally arid areas, and they require a lot of support in terms of food. They've been getting that. In fact, we've even had the European Union having what are called air bridges, dropping food right into central Tigray to feed ethnic Tigrayans. But we have not had a similar campaign to feed the people in Wag Hamra, the North Wallo and South Wallo, and areas of Zone 4 and Zone 5 of Afar region. These people are in a dire situation, ladies and gentlemen. And I call upon all Ethiopians in diaspora to join me in a campaign to make sure that the World Food Program, UNICEF, and even UNHCR and all other UN bodies stop this discrimination against the civilians in Amhara and Afar regions. These people are also human beings. They need assistance and they need support. And these populations are now facing a catastrophe, what we call in food security as level 5 of acute food insecurity. And this situation is not sustainable. And this situation is not good for fellow human beings. So thank you, and let us join this campaign and call upon the international community and those who are supporting TPLF to stop supporting TPLF. And if they have to support TPLF, they should also remember to help the civilians in Afar and Amhara regions. Thank you.